Hello everyone, and welcome back to Wolf Quest, where we are here with our very excited, she's actually, just kind of casually strolling through town with a hunk of fresh deer in her jaws. Hopefully that's frozen and not dripping blood everywhere. But yeah, so welcome back everyone to the adventures of Generation 6 of the Dawn Moon Legacy, where our girl Echo has finally managed to make it into town, where Relic had been telling her for quite some time. I think we have to put the food down in order to go ahead and respond to how absolutely adorable he's being. But where Relic, her mate, has been telling her for quite some time of this mysterious land of strange cliffs and caves. And I think she's a little worried that we're gonna be hungry in the morning, but Relic seems to be so excited. Oh, whoa, Relic! Oh my gosh. He just found us like somewhere to eat dinner, I guess. Good job, Relic. Our wolves are actually very tired, so it is about time to sleep anyway. I might go ahead. Oh, he looks really happy that we've actually made it in here. This is so surreal. Look at the size of the rack on that moose antler set in the background. What the heck? Boy, I really hope we don't run into that guy. But wow. I guess we're here for like dinner, a show, a meal, maybe just hanging out, ready to go ahead and relax. Let's go ahead and let these two get a little bit of sleep. There is actually a den nearby that we haven't discovered, but I'm shocked. I had no idea this was here, and I was just following Relic's gaze, the way that wolves often communicate with one another, by directing their gaze into different locations. And sure enough, look at this! There's a whole place inside this weird cave that these two have found, which I think is so much fun. All right, let's back her up for just a second. I want to see if Relic will go ahead. Yeah, I want him to have the scrap, but I think he is so polite. He will never try to steal the food the way that Sulfur will. All right, maybe he'll think about eating it. Maybe it's not in the right place. Okay, wait for it. Do you want some now? Okay, he just wants to go ahead and play, so we'll just finish off this meat chunk. He is just so happy. I had no idea that Relic was going to enjoy being inside of like this strange den, this strange cave, quite as much as he obviously is. All right, we're gonna have to go ahead. These two are so cute. I actually feel like Relic is becoming a lot more playful. He is very cautious and does believe in trying to be careful so that way, you know, you don't just wander into trouble every 2 seconds. But I think he's really loving the way that Echo doesn't seem to stress as much as he does about, you know, the nuances of life. Like, she just comes out here and she just takes what she finds of life and makes it hers. Like this town. This is so cool. Oh man, where to begin? All right, well, let's go ahead and howl just to let, you know, echo her excitement ringing through the town. This is so freaking adorable. That's Relic, but oh, nice. I don't hear any other howls. How are we? What do you mean I don't hear any other howls? What has Lucky Pack done to my territory? Oh no. I could have sworn we had a much stronger territory, but actually it looks like while we were busy sleeping in town, Lucky Pack came through, and even Van Winkle. You have plenty of room to the north. Get out of here, Van Winkle. Okay, this is not going to do. This is absolutely not going to do, because this place is full of so many mysteries. I know that absolutely this is going to be the future for Echo's like litter. It may even be the future for several generations of the Dawn Moon Legacy, like with the Dawn Moon Pack, but not if we end up losing it immediately to being claimed by our #1 enemy, the alpha female of the Lucky Pack. So let's start heading to the west right away, because we can't smell them on the wind. But you can bet that we're gonna make sure they stay out of our new territory. Aha! And we can go ahead and snag some breakfast over here. There we go. Oh man, and there's gonna be like creepy writing to read about. I wanna spend so much time going ahead and visiting this. Let's let Relic eat real fast. Whoa, beavers! Oh my gosh, why are they just, are they blaming the beavers? Is there some sort of, let's see. I'm not lost, you are. Oh man, the depth of the weird messages that we're finding. All right, did he eat the carcass? Good, he did. Unless that hawk snagged it while I wasn't looking. There's the butcher shop. And a Barker drugs thrown to the wolves. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. And is this like a school over here? All right, this looks pretty hardcore, like kind of punk. And you would think that maybe Echo is actually like really into being kind of hardcore like that. She's actually just really cute. She's more into like running figure eights. What is happening over there? Did you guys see that? That, Hulda for mayor, that the end of things is at hand. Oh geez. Whoa, that almost looks like a trap. I don't want to step on that just in case. All right, well, let's keep moving because we definitely want to... Wow, Lost River School, elementary, middle. It's one of those towns that's so small that all of it is in the same spot. The elementary, the middle, and the high school. Oh my gosh, that must be really confusing for like people who live in the UK or in other countries, trying to like make sense of, okay, that's terrifying, like what a middle school is, but I'll think about that later. All right, so this is definitely our pack territory. Does it need a little bit strengthened? Okay, not terribly. I don't want to attract the Lost River pack just yet. Is the den under the fire truck? And we are smelling something weird. Is the den over here? All right, a potential den site is really, really important. No, not over here. And it's so exciting to be among the very first wolves who have come to this land, because we're going to go ahead. Is it going to be inside of the scary carnival area? Because I have a few... Aw, man, really? I have a few thoughts about this and none of them are very happy. Yeah, that's great. That's great. Hopefully we'll find another den. Oh my gosh, so this isn't even claimed territory? I mean, who could blame the wolves? I don't want to claim this territory. This is extremely dubious to me. I don't want this. The smoke, as the kids say, so I've been told. You'll have to let me know what the kids still say, because every time I say that, I can practically feel my beloved husband Chips like wincing into the ground, and he just sighs heavily and will let me know, dear, that is not what the kids say anymore. But I am always behind on memes. I have no problem with that. I'm too busy running around with wolves, obviously. All right. Is that, okay, that's a fox. I think we might playfully growl at it. Oh, look at its color code. Ooh, and look over here. Okay, so now we're kind of like back in the wilderness, but not like a lot, just enough. And I think we still need to be going... Yeah, we still want to be going to the east. I said west earlier and I meant east, so let's continue on to the east. If I'm going to claim territory for the Dawn Moon Pack, or excuse me, Echo just feels called towards the eastern slopes of the land. She wants to be able to look over this town, this place full of strange cliffs and caves and dens from any location, which means that she must, of course, have all of the territory kind of around here, which means we'll head over towards Allison Acres. We'll definitely try to snag some of the back 40, Grant's Glen. We'll probably wiggle our way more to the like north than anything. And we are gonna have to contend with the Lucky Pack. So, speaking of the Lucky Pack, friends, it has finally become clear to me. The dangerous risk of the Lucky Pack alpha female looking exactly like our girl Echo has become clear. Can you take a guess for why this is a terribly bad thing? That they look so similar? Also, really quickly, I'm gonna come over here and just mark another like den location, because there's a couple more dens around here that we might want to definitely scope out before it's time for the great puppening, as one may say. Also, I guess, oh yeah, that's the ranch. That's why those are blocked off. Hang in there, Lost River Pack. We're not going near that. But the reason that this is so utterly dangerous, ooh, and I've never seen Allison Acres from up here. This is so cool. Also very dangerous to go down like cliff like that. Let's not repeat what poor Kaleidoscope did, jumping up and down the mountains. We are still not billy goats, we are wolves. There we go. But the reason that it is extremely dangerous that the alpha female of the Lost River pack happens, and it is Lost River, let me double check. No, the Lucky Pack. The alpha female of the Lucky Pack happens to look just like Echo, down to almost identical markings, and they both happen to have the territory, or excuse me, like the collars on, so that their territory can be tracked. That is really bad. You might think, oh, isn't it just fun that they kind of look like twins? The reason that it is terrible is because the alpha female of the Lucky Pack is very aggressive. Oh, this is a little beaver dam. We will be back here for beaver nom noms in the future. Absolutely. And you know what? We're gonna do a little bit of howling because this is very exciting to go ahead and discover this spot. There's some bison just sleeping on the freaking on the freaking frozen river. That is so cool. Good. All right, so we got this territory. Let's go more to the south, and more to the south right now. Yeah, because we want at least a couple good runs away from town, and I think that's going to be kind of to the south and the west right now. Also, hello, bison. Bison. Ooh, look at that! An elk herd! Oh, I haven't seen an elk herd in ages. Oh, how exciting! Food! Potentially, except we're really not hungry, just tired right now. So I wonder if it's more worth it to just kind of be like, elk! And then we can come back later and see if they're still here, according to their sense. Ah, and look at that, the bridge, I mean, come on, all of these strange dens, all of these strange caves. This is 100, okay, and all of these graveyards? This is so cool. This is everything that Relic would really, really want to show to Echo, because this is totally what she would fall for. All right, we're almost there, because she would just think this is awesome. All right, and there's their scent mark, so we'll go ahead and destroy that to clean this real quickly. And I will tell you guys the latest twist to the tale of the Dawn Moon Pack, and that is the fact that the Lucky Pack alpha female looks identical to Echo. She is even wearing the same collar, and startled researchers who had to run genetic testing to make sure that the two were not related. But they are not. Some of you guys very wonderfully suggested, oh, but what if we made it so that the two were actually long-lost sisters? Well, the thing is, we were there when our wonderful Echo was born. We were there, like, literally at the scene. We were with her every step of the way for her first steps, for the first time that she ate regurgitated rabbit. We were by her side. So we do know... Oh, I haven't made a scent post yet. Whoops. So we do know... What? Uh-huh. Okay, all right. We just have to focus. So we do happen to know, like, Echo's history, and we know her family, and we know that, no, not really. She really wasn't part of, like, some mysterious twin that she's left behind. Instead, what has happened is these two wolves are just very identical. Like I said, surprise the researchers studying them and cause them to run some genetic tests just to make sure they weren't more or less from the same pack. And that's causing a lot of problems in the surrounding areas. Because although we know that Echo is very innocent, she's just doing a good job of being a wild wolf, staying in the wilderness or the abandoned land where humans no longer are. She doesn't cause any trouble, our girl Echo. She keeps her nose out of the business that she shouldn't be, like going to ranches and stealing their cattle, or going into like areas that have a lot of heavy campsites and eating the little dogs that might be there, which suddenly was like a Wizard of Oz reference for some reason. Gotta think about that. And your little dog too. So we know that's not Echo, but the problem, not anyone else does. A lot of the people who are starting to come back into the land around Lost River are trying to go ahead and make a home here. After all, they have lost out on this territory for quite a long time, and I bet they're probably in some pretty bad moods. And there is actually a observatory over there, so we totally have to check that out. That is such an Echo thing to do. Like, anything that looks cool in the distance and not completely natural, she would want to just go check out just because this is so fun. She's just so curious about everything. Also, kind of curious about food. So let's go chase this rabbit. All right, where'd it go? But so we know Echo is innocent. We know she's good. We know she hasn't been causing any trouble. The one who's been causing trouble is indeed that lucky pack alpha female who looks just like her. So eyewitness accounts from the humans in the campsites and along the different cattle areas, the cattle ranches in particular, which apparently can't spare a cow now and then, little calf that cuts into profits. And I shall hold my tongue on my rant about capitalism and the demise of a lot of our natural spaces due to over-agriculture practices and monoculture. But we'll move on from that for now, and I will retract myself from my Seri soapbox and say that that is going to be a big problem for Echo. Because if she is being mistaken for this other, much more aggressive, much more dangerous wolf who has been known to cause a lot of trouble, who has been known... Hello, Relic, I'm very sorry. Didn't mean to, like, directly do that on top of you, but there we have it. But if she is identical to this other wolf who has been causing a lot of trouble, then the people in the area might feel really aggressive towards her. Like, sure, maybe they didn't think she ate their cow because they didn't have a cow, but who could possibly forgive having your tiny little, like, white Yorkie that you take to the campsite being snatched from your family tree? That's just, I could see how people would lose their tempers. I could see how they could become quite mistaken at who is to blame for the tragedy that has struck their lives, since apparently, oh my gosh, are those wild wolves? Uh-oh. Who dat? Are those dogs? Are those 2 cougars? And so, one may say, obviously, people are starting to release in retaliation against these aggressive wolves who are just being allowed to run around unchecked. They're clearly starting to release like more aggressive attack dogs in the territory and causing it to become much more dangerous for the wolves in general. So here is going to actually be the first challenge that we have since Lost River arrived to go ahead and help our wolves survive, and also to go ahead and add a lot of story and potentially affect the future and the fate of the pack. And that challenge is going to be that Echo will have to do her best to raise her pups to adulthood while taking over as much territory as possible from the Lucky Pack so that they end up with the majority, like we do, I mean. So basically, we want to make sure that the Lucky Pack is as small as possible, because if it is bigger, if they have more territory than the Dawn Moon Pack, by the time that our pups are ready to go ahead and carry on past the summer hunting grounds, then the people of the area are going to take this as proof that actually... And Relic, would you like to eat that rabbit while I go ahead and wrap up this very dramatic story? Are you not hungry enough? He's hungry. We'll just wait a second. He's just so polite. Are you long distance eating that rabbit, Relic? Oh, actually, he's full, so thank you. Thank you. He actually left us the scraps. He's so kind, guys. All right, but meanwhile, there we go. I shall wrap up the warning. So we need to end this generation with more territory than the Lucky Pack, or next time in our next litter, when we have Generation 7 become adults and start their own pack, their lives are going to be at tremendous risk from the human confrontations that they might end up getting into. So we've got to do a good job of protecting them, because that will eventually pay off. And if we are able to go ahead and prove to the humans that actually Echo is a different wolf by having the greater territory, we might actually have a long-term effect for the Dawn Moon Pack that will play into the next generation. And I don't know if we've ever really done that, but we will talk about the inheritance of the different pack family trees, and what one generation of wolves might be able to leave behind for another, so that the next generation could start off stronger or with more of a challenge that they have to face. Whoops, we aren't done claiming this territory. Next time. But for now, Well, I think Echo's gotten a little sidetracked for sure, and she's starting to get really tired because she just realized how far away she and Relic may have gotten from all of the cool, like, weird caves. So I'm going to let her finish marking a little territory, take a nap, and then we're going to continue to do our best to claim that town in the name of the Dawn Moon Pack. So if you guys could, do please leave a like for Echo and her innocence. We are not that strange, very aggressive wolf. Oh, thank goodness. We can go ahead and sleep now. Oh, and if you guys would like to join us on this and literally thousands more adventures, do please consider subscribing. But most importantly, stay curious, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!